So, to be objective and attribute opinions. So, reporters they are expected to gather and convey facts to their readers, and they are not expected and they are not supposed to comment, interpret, or advocate because reporters their duty is to report facts. So reporters they should avoid infuriating or offending readers and they should keep their opinions out of stories. They have a page, I believe you know the page that is called OPED page or opposite to what is that page called? OPED, opposite editorial board. So there they have the right to express their opinions or to voice their feelings. They are given right, so that page is exclusively meant for reporters or editors to express their voice or the paper's voice. But other news stories, they are supposed to present only facts. So calling the people involved in news stories like, it's an alert. You have to be alert. Public should be alert or heroic or the words like, a quick thinking or describing facts as interesting or using words like startling. All these words are never justified in news stories. They are not supposed to use these types of words in news stories. Although reporters cannot express their own opinions in stories, they can often include the opinions of people involved in the news. It is a lead containing a statement of opinion must be attributed so readers. So that is attribution. So it must be mentioned like people voiced. So the people is attribution. Otherwise, minister expressed. So minister is attribution here, so that they have to mention that attribution attributed so readers can clearly understand the opinion is not the reporter. So they have to mention the attribution attribute opinions. So attribution means the name of the sources has to be mentioned, that is attribution, name of the sources. People said, as I said, now people expressed, otherwise minister, otherwise chief minister expressed his view, that is attribution. So they have to be objective and attribute opinions. The last one is strive for simplicity. In writing leads, the reporters must strive for simplicity. This is the last guideline. That is, every lead the reporters write should be clear, simple, and to the point. It is very important. It should be. So we have already studied this. So that is first guideline. Also states this more or less the same thing. They have to be concise. A concise style of writing makes it easy for the readers to understand. They should not use complicated sentence structure in leads. They have to avoid unnecessary background information, and this is also more or less a same strive for simplicity. So as I said, every lead the writer the reporter writes should be clear, simple, and to the point. The lead could be rewritten any number of ways. The reporter must decide what the important point is. Here is I'm going to give you two versions of simple blind lead for the same story. Listen carefully. Several officials applauded the state's decision to scrap plans for a subsidized housing complex. Listen carefully. Several. This is an example of two versions of blind lead. Several officials applauded the state's decision to scrap plans for a subsidized housing complex. This is one type. The second type, a new subsidized housing complex will not be built and officials are relieved. So this is the second format. The second one is accepted. I'm reading out the example again. Several officials applauded the state's decision to scrap plans for a subsidized housing complex. Example 2. A new subsidized housing complex will not be built and officials are relieved. So the facts are clearly stated here, that is new subsidized housing complex will not be built and officials are happy. So this is how they have to be written. New stories must be written. So let us revise the portions that we studied today, starting with the